Hello everyone and welcome to our final project presentation. We are Team Share Circle and we are so excited to finally show you what we have been working on over the past 2 months. I'm Carole, I'm a former paralegal, but I worked as a full-stack engineer on our project. My organization skills helped us stay focused and organized.
Hi, I'm Khang. I also worked on the project as a full-stack engineer. I'm a former clinical researcher, so my ability to work methodically and analyze data critically has been invaluable to developing Share Circle.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I worked as a full-stack engineer on our final project, but I'm also a former registered nurse. I brought a strong understanding of teamwork and communication to our project. In nursing, I learned to assess situations quickly and make decisions under pressure, which just helped us to collaborate effectively and troubleshoot any challenges.
I'm Kieran. I'm a former astrophysicist, and I was part of this project as a QA tester. We all joined Holberton because we wanted a career change to a path that is more challenging and rewarding, and we can't wait to show you the fruits of our hard work. So let's dive in.
First of all, what is Share Circle? It's a neighborhood sharing platform that allows community members to lend and rent their household goods for a fee. By facilitating the exchange of items like tools and appliances and other everyday goods, Share Circle promotes a sense of community while also allowing people to earn extra income from items they own. Now, why Share Circle? I want to share a little story about how the idea of Share Circle came to be. During the COVID lockdown, I wanted to incorporate some kettlebells into my workouts at home. But honestly, I was hesitant to buy them. I figured that once the lockdown was over, I'd be back at the gym and wouldn't even need them anymore. I was telling this story randomly to Carole. She told us about an item sharing website from her home country, Switzerland, called Sharely. This sparked something in all of us. We realized how useful a platform like this could be in our own community. So, we decided to bring this idea to life and build our final project around it.
So what are the key problems that we're trying to solve with Share Circle? The first is a lack of access to shared resources. Many people have items at their home that they only use once in a blue moon but are taking up space. And these items could be useful to other people, such as an old toolbox that you rarely need to use. Next is environmental concerns, as overconsumption contributes to excess waste. Another issue is community disconnection, as urbanization has led to a lack of interacting with one's neighbours. And finally, the cost of living crisis. Many of us find it hard to afford to be able to buy items outright these days. What are the solutions that Share Circle offers? First, there's the cost savings. By renting items, you can gain access to them without the financial burden of ownership, and this is a good cost-saving measure. Second, the Share Circle promotes sustainability by reducing overconsumption. Where we share items, we no longer need to purchase them. That leads to less overconsumption, fewer items being produced, and less waste. Another key benefit is a strengthened community. Share Circle helps foster connections between neighbours and create networks in a local area. Finally, our easy-to-use platform makes it simple to list, find and rent items. Now let's get stuck in.
Now let me walk you through how Share Circle works. First, we have user registration. Users create accounts to list and rent items. You don't need to have an account to browse items, but in order to use Share Circle to its full extent, you need to have one. Next up is items listings. Users can add new items, browse through categories, use the search bar, or see what's available nearby. We have also integrated Postgres and Mapbox's geolocation features. Users can see items nearby, which makes it super convenient to interact locally. We have also incorporated Stripe as our payment processing solution for secure transactions. And finally, our platform allows communication between users, so they can easily arrange for pickups and returns of items.
Since I was looking for kettlebells to use during the COVID lockdown, let me show you how easy it is to find them in our Share Circle app. First, I'm going to log into my account. If I didn't already have an account, I can just easily sign up here, but thankfully I do. So I'm just going to use my Google details for this one. Here we go. So once I'm logged in, if I go to account, you can see my profile over here. Now, with an account, you unlock the full potential of our Share Circle app, and this includes access to nearby items. So if I go to the nearby items page here, I've given the app permissions to have my current location, so you can see that right there. With the distance filter, I can view all the available items I can rent out in a nearby location within a certain radius. So we've got 5 kilometers here, 15, and 20. It's just loading. Just nice, the map adjusts accordingly, and you can see all the available items that I can rent out here. We also have some useful sort by options, such as price low to high. I know we all do this one. We also have distance closest to furthest, and many more. Now, with an account, I can also add an item onto our platform easily to rent out. So if I just click add item in the middle here, I'm directed to a form where I can fill in all the details of the item that I would like others to rent out. So I'm just going to do that now. So we've got item name, a bit of a description, price per day, let's just say $5, not a bad deal. And then I can choose an image of the item that I want to rent out. So I can either choose from my files, grab it from my photo library. For now, I'm just going to take a photo. Then finally, I just have to add what category I think my item will fall under. So let's just say baby and kids. Beautiful. I'm just going to add the item now. And there we go, item added successfully. So if I go to the home page where all of our categories are listed, and I go to the baby and kids category, just scroll down a little bit. There we go. There's the item I just added, ready for people to rent out on our platform. Awesome. So let's go back to the home page and into the health and fitness category where I'll find the kettlebells I want. We've got some kettlebells here that Tim is renting out for $6 per day. I'm going to go ahead and click this one. So as you can see on the items page, you can see all the important information such as price per day, a little bit of a description, as well as availability. Everything you need is right there. There's even a map to display a general area of where Tim, the renter, would like the pickup location to be. However, if I wanted further clarification, I can just easily press the chat icon here. And I can send him a message asking him any questions I might have regarding the kettlebells. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and rent now. So there we go. We have to choose a little date range. Confirm dates. And you can see the selected dates are listed there. If I wanted to change my mind before finalizing, I can do that. So I'll just click edit dates. And our selected dates are adjusted accordingly. So let's proceed to payment. There we go. We're directed to the payment screen where I can choose my preferred method. I'm just going to pay with card using some test card details. And there we have it. I've successfully rented some kettlebells to use during the COVID lockdown.
Yeah, so we built Share Circle using a specific framework called the PERN stack, which stands for Postgres SQL, Express, React, and Node.js. We decided on the PERN stack because we wanted to use a JavaScript-based framework just for consistency throughout the app. Now for our database called Postgres, we looked at various types of databases and we found that Postgres was ideal for us because it uses a key feature called PostGIS, and PostGIS manages geospatial data. And this was really essential for our mapping components, and it just helped our core functions work smoothly together. So Express is also our backend framework, which simplifies the server-side logic. It handles the API requests, and it basically just allows for the smooth communication between the user interaction and the database. And then to be able to use Express, we used Node.js, which is for our server-side execution. This basically just provides the foundation for Express to manage real-time requests and responses efficiently. And then finally, for user interface, we used, of course, React. This provides responsive front-end components. So it's what you're seeing on our items listings, user profiles, and just all the various interactive features that we have. So this is just to show you a brief overview of how ShareCircle works as a full stack application. Now, starting from the left where it says user and client, we have React.js, which is basically what you see in our app. This is what I just mentioned before in my previous slide. It's just where all the users are browsing listings and searching for items and whatnot. And then all those interactions made by the user, it will send requests to the server side, which is our Node and Express.js. And this will either grab data or perform any other actions. Once that happens, the data will be formatted from the server side and it goes back to the front end for the user to see on their screen. And then finally, for other tools that we've integrated in our platform, so for the front end, we use the Auth0, which just manages our user login. For our map and item location viewing, we actually use Mapbox API. And then for in-app messaging, we use Talk.js. And of course, what you saw before on our payment, we integrated Stripe for secure payments. And then lastly, just for some fun, we use Canvas Confetti. Now for our backend, we use Cloudinary for image compression, as well as the JSON web tokens, just to streamline the authentication process with Auth0. And then finally, we just use pgadmin just for the visual aspect for our database management. So yeah, all these tools really just enhance the interactiveness of our platform.
So now I'm going to talk you through the timeline of our app development. 10 weeks out, we spent time planning our portfolio project idea, where we used the Moscow method to define what features were essential. Tools like UML diagrams, OneNote, and Slack features helped us with that decision. We finalized our tech stack and did some extra learning through platforms like Codecademy and Scrimba. 8 weeks out, we focused on our branding. We designed our logo and worked on our overall design in Figma. During this time, we allocated tasks among team members to ensure that everything was on track. 7 weeks out was our big building phase. We huddled Monday through Friday, diving deep into the development of our app. And finally, 3 weeks out, we moved into the end stages. We conducted final testing and gathered valuable feedback from our family and friends. We reached our code freeze, which meant no more changes, and then we proceeded to deploy our app. The final step was to prepare for our presentation for today.
We're not done yet. So, what challenges did we face during the development of ShareCircle? One challenge we faced was learning new frameworks and technologies, particularly React. But we soon realized that there are so many resources available and that we can't find everything that we need online. We also realized that many languages and frameworks are fairly similar, so if you know one, you can most of the time easily wrap your head around another. Another challenge was working together every day for around 8 hours, which has been at times exhausting and quite overwhelming. But we kept reminding ourselves how rewarding it will be when we finish. So, this was ShareCircle, our easy-to-use sharing platform that in some way could benefit all of us. Thank you so much for listening, and let us know if you have any questions.